We are back with another chunk of deck profiles for everybody today, and I will say sorry for like quadrupling down on these, but I only have so many windows that we can dump these in before the UDS coming up here, so information is pretty important. So we have Witchcraft. This was actually sent to me in my inbox coming out of the World Championship celebration, played underneath TCG format, which means, yeah, good job to our friends in the Witchcrafter Corps. This deck ended up, I believe it got second place at its event, which is pretty impressive nonetheless to see Witchcraft, of all things, doing relatively well. So let's kind of dig into this, see what's going on here. So we have 2 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. We have 2 copies of Eater of Millions, triple copies of Fantastical Boy, 1 copy of Adele, 1 copy of Guru. We have the 1 copy of the Hein, 1 copy of Avere, 1 Pittore, 1 Pottery, and then we have triple copies of the Shemitah. Now, that's the monster lineup. Basically, reasoning gives you capitalization across all forms of life here, which is basically what you want to be seeing in this. Now, spells, we have 2 copies of Called by the Grave, 2 copies of Instant Fusion, 2 copies of Extravagance. Seeing 2 copies of this is relatively interesting in terms of numbers and things for a split. I'm intrigued by that. We have 1 Reasoning, 1 copy of the By Street, 1 copy of the Collaboration, triple copies of Witchcrafter Creation, and then we have the 1 copy of the Witchcrafter Draping, 2 copies of Holiday, 1 copy of the Scroll, 2 copies of Imperm, 2 copies of Steerike, 1 Warning, and the triple copies of the Summon Limit. Looking at some of these ratios, you'd almost swear that this would be underneath the World's list. Down here in the extra deck, we have 1 copy of Underclock Taker, 1 Avermax, 1 Linky Boy, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 Decode, 1 Boral Sword, 1 Stardust. Oh my god, Starlight Road. Yes! 1 Thousandizer Restrict, 1 Starving Venom, 1 Violet Chimera, 1 Dragostapalia, 1 Mud Dragon, 1 Millenniumize, and 1 copy of the Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon. Side deck here with 2 Prank Boys, 2 Effect Veiler, 2 Secret Village, 2 copies of Super Poly, triple Twin Twister, triple Evenly Matched, and 1 copy of the Starlight Road. I don't know what more to say about this list. This is spicy, actually. And honestly, Witchcrafter, good job, guys. Like, you honestly deserve this, I think, a lot more than a lot of other decks. And seeing success come out of events like this, especially even if it's a local level, this is relatively cool. Now, we have a Thunder list here. This was sent to me by Mark Yalivtorov. God, I'm bad with names. He's been consistently topping locals, going 3-1 and 4-0, winning multiple weeks in a row here. So the reason I wanted to cover this was we haven't seen a pure Thunder list really all format. We look at decks like this, and we look at the course of the evolution. We like to see how these decks evolve over time. And honestly, yeah, Thunder, I know we like the just chaos builds a lot more, the Danger Engines, the Crusadia, they combo off more, but, you know, what about Titan? What about Double Colossus? Maybe they like places in the game too. So this is Mark's list. So we have 1 copy of the Thunder Dragon Duo, triple copies of Dragon Roar, triple copies of Dragon Hawk, triple copies of the regular OG Thunder Dragon, triple Thunder Dragon Dark, triple Solar, triple Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, 1 DD Crow, triple copies of the Thunder Dragon Matrix, and then 1 Effect Veiler. Interesting ratios here, by the way. So also we have triple Lure Darkness, triple Instant Fusion, 1 Desires, 1 Gold Sark, 2 Thunder Dragon Fusion, triple Called by the Grave, and triple Infinite Impermanence, wrapping up the main deck here. Now, extra deck down here, we have the 1 Link Kribo, 2 Summer Summoner, 1 Phoenix, the 1 Unicorn, the 1 Link Male Archfiend, oh my. We have 1 Boral Sword, 1 Thousand Eyes, 1 Kaminari Tech, triple Colossus, and triple Titan. The OGs here. Inside deck, we have triple Sphere Mode, 2 Brankatops, triple Phantasmi, 1 Denko Sekka, triple Twin Twister, and triple copies of Evenly Matched, wrapping up Pure Thunder. Mark, I'm very curious to continue to follow your success with this deck. Seeing that Pure Thunder has pretty much just kind of been forgotten about in the chasm of time, and we've pretty much just started comboing off with this deck, I think it's important to kind of take a step back see that this deck still exists. I'd say it's in like the tier 2 category, to be completely honest with a lot of you guys, but it's still here, and it's still doing great. Alright. We also have another winning list from Samuel Fowler, giving us an Endymion Pendulum deck. Honestly, it's not even like that Endymion heavy. It's a standard splash of Servant and the Endymion. Actually, interesting to note on this list, though, we're playing 2 copies of the Mighty Master of Magic himself, which is pretty interesting, actually. I like this a lot. So, what are we doing different here? There's not a lot. I've been seeing a lot more copies of Master Pendulum, though, showing up. This has actually been really interesting. It definitely, this piques my interest a lot, actually. So we have the 1 copy of the Aether, the Evil Empowering Dragon. Pretty standard, honestly. This card's been along for the whole format ride. 1 Black Fang, triple copies of Chronograph. We have 1 copy of Destrudo, 1 Dragon Collaring Magician, 2 copies of Endymion, triple Harmonizing, of course, 1 Luster, 1 Jackal King, triple Purple Poison, triple Servant, triple copies of Darkworm, 1 Gate Zero, 1 Time Gazer, and the 1 Master Pendulum, the Draco Slayer. We have triple Lure Darkness, triple Dragon Shrine, 2 Duelist Alliance, 1 Foolish Barrel, 2 Pendulum Call, and the triple copies of Spell Power Mastery. Extra deck, we have 1 Triple Burst, 1 Cerusia Boy, 1 Seals, 1 Electromite, 1 Pisty, and 1 Elpie, 1 copy of Bring the Pain Dragon, 1 Boral Sordo, 1 Borolodo, 1 Beat Cop, 1 Abyssal, 1 Ignister, 1 F.A. Don Dragster, 1 BLs, and the 1 copy of the Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. Side deck here, triple copies of Lancia, triple Denko triple Droll Knockbird, triple Twin Twister, and triple copies of Evenly Matched. Wrapping up Sam Fowler's list. Honestly, looking at Pendulum Magicians, especially in the current format here, seeing that this deck still combos off as beautifully as it has in the past, continuing to follow this deck's course of evolution, definitely sets up a lot of things for future metagame. And I will say, don't be caught with your pants down, literally, and just be embarrassed when you run into this deck in a tournament and you're not prepared for it, because the deck has a lot of lines of play, and seeing 2 copies of Mr. Mighty Master of Magic, yes, this card will throw you off, and it will destroy you. There's not much you can do about it. The last list we have here is a going second Sky Striker list coming out of my own actual locals this weekend. Went 701 last round of Swiss. It was 401, and then it went 3-0, climbing its way through Top Cut, weaseling its way into top. So congratulations to Connor Rourke for doing so well. And yeah, what's going on here? So we have triple copies of Sky Striker Ray, triple copies of Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. We have triple copies of Widow Anchor, of course. 1 multi-roll, triple copies of Mystic Mine. Seeing Mystic Mine veering its ugly head in this format is pretty cool. There's that triple card Demise, by the way. We talked about this following between the variants and things for this deck. It's beautiful. We have 2 Area Zero, 2 Shark Cannon, the 1 Hercules Base, the 1 Jamming Waves, the 1 Afterburners, the 1 Eco Booster, the 1 Hornet Drones, the 1 Rhoda, the 1 Foolish Burial Goods, 2 Cosmic, the 1 Galaxy Cyclone, the 1 Metalphos Fusion, and the 1 Terraforming. Down here in the traps, we have triple Imperm, triple Judgment, and triple There Can Only Be One. Floodgates, they're pretty cool. Down here in the extract, we have 1 Utopia, 1 Utopia Double, 1 Dingrisu, 1 copy of Starving Venom, 1 Boral Sword, 1 Bomber Dragon, 1 Phoenix, 1 Kaina, triple copies of the Shizuku, triple copies of the Hayate, and the 1 copy of the Kagari. This deck doesn't really have a lot of ways to close games, does it? I mean, I guess the Utopia Double package, but that's interesting. Side, we have 2 Sphere Mode, 2 Prank Boys, 2 Ghost Bell, triple copies of Super Polymerization, 1 Double or Nothing, 2 White Howling, and the triple copies of Evenly Matched. Wrapping up Connor's list. Honestly, this deck is more teched out than it really should be. But I do want to bring back up the point of card demise, though. We've seen, this isn't the first time, we've been seeing variants like this show up. Also, between me and Connor, we were talking about MST versus Cosmic Cyclone. While Cosmic Cyclone is inherently better for the mirror match, being able to MST and combo start your own is not necessarily a bad thing whatsoever. It's just kind of up in the air for what you really are deciding to do with the deck in terms of things, or hand traps, really in general. But you've got options available to you. That's why Sky Striker is such a cool deck right now. You have diversity, and diversity is a good thing. Guys, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about these lists, and well, catch you guys on the flip side. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out VanCole40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.